The long, hard journey of the Underground Railroad. The operation of clandestine escape began in the 1500s. Soon they combined with the organized group of abolitionists in the 1800s. The system was very effective. 100,000 slaves escaped between 1810 and 1850. In 1786, even famous George Washington complained that Quakers were helping his slaves to escape. Famous runaways such as Harriet Tubman and Frederick Douglass mark today's history. Harriet Tubman helped over 300 slaves escape in just 19 trips. The most important thing is she never lost a fugitive. Her main message to all runaways were, "Follow the North Star to Canada." Her tombstone reads, "Servant of God, well done." This was a notice published in the Cambridge Democrat in 1849, offering a reward for the return of Harriet Tubman and her two brothers. Frederick Douglass was a full-time agent of the Anti-Slavery Society. He was born in Baltimore. In his young days, he taught himself to read and write while he was a slave. Eventually, he disguised as a sailor to escape. Eventually, he wrote his own slave narratives and published them in the North Star, an abolitionist paper. Slaves used different methods to escape. Some women disguised as male workers at that town. One slave even escaped by mailing himself in a box. Songs also contain secret messages, such as "Follow the drinking gourd." I heard a rap bump on my door. I answered a hollerin'. Then someone whispered, "Hush, don't say nothing, but let me in." I let her in. Lord, that woman was all out of breath and a-begging, "Can I stay here tonight?" I told her she could, so the woman didn't sleep right there behind me in my bed all night. I knew she had run away, and I was going to do my part to help her along. I took and heard the horses and talking in the woods, dogs just barking. I peeped out the window and saw white folks go by. I didn't move. I was so scared they was gonna come in the cabin and search for that po' woman. Next morning, she stole out from there, and I ain't never seen her no more. Jenny Patterson, abolitionist. The concept of slavery still exists today in modern-day life, such as in Cambodia, where children work in carpet factories. These children cannot run away, as outside the factories are just miles and miles of nothing. They live in very bad conditions and are given very bad punishments. They live in almost as harsh conditions as the slaves in our olden days did. Unfortunately, as far as we know, they do not have a system like the Underground Railroad to escape.